Today we're going to be doing some body movement and we're going to focus on the Cuban step. Now this is just my take on it and the way that I feel. It helps to learn it when you don't have a background in Afro-Cuban or maybe not a background in any other form of dance. And you are trying to figure out what to isolate and what to use so that you can get comfortable with this movement. There are many ways to do it and many different videos and classes you can take. So I highly recommend trying multiple ways. It's always good to try different things and learn from different people to really hone in and get better at a skill. Let's get started. So we're going to start with a quick warm-up first, and we want to focus on our legs because the Cuban step and really all dance stems from using our feet first and really using the ground and then stemming up from there like a tree. So we're going to shift back and forth, just feeling flat feet, the weight really settling into your feet, and then shift forward and back, same thing, and try to settle yourself kind of in the center, just focusing on the feet. Now start to think about the ankles, maybe lift forward, and then lift back on the heels a little bit, side to side, and you really want to think about the ankles being strong and supporting your legs as you bring those feet down into the ground. And then start to move your legs, still feeling grounded to the floor and going from side to side, as the Cuban movement is a lateral movement. And then staying in place, start to shift the hips side to side. See if you can let your back kind of sway into it as well, but still everything is grounding through your feet. Nice. Now we're going to take some upper body movement, but still staying nice and grounded here. We're going to take our chest forward, right, back, and left. Again, forward, right, back, and left. Try to keep your shoulders parallel to the floor. Focusing on your back muscles here, rounding the shoulders, and then drawing the shoulder blades together. Watch your actual shoulders, that they don't start to try and help you to get the chest forward and back, and that you're really isolating your rib cage. Your shoulders themselves are nice and quiet. Same thing when we go to smooth circles in all four of those corners. We're still not using the shoulders here yet. Okay, let's take it the other way. Forward, left, back, and right. Again, forward, left, back. Two more times. Forward, left, back, and last time, forward, left, back, smooth it out, big circle. 3, 5, 7 again. 1, 3, 5, 7, 2 more times. 3, 5, 7, last 1, 3, 5, 7. Good, and you should feel how, whichever direction you're going, yes, you're focusing on the rib cage, but your weight is shifting and you're grounding into the floor with your legs and your feet to get that body movement. Next, we're going to take our shoulders, so rotating just the right shoulder up and back. Try to isolate the shoulder. Nothing funny with the neck. We're not using the arms or the elbow, just kind of keeping the arm nice and relaxed. Focusing on that shoulder blade rotation. And then same thing with the left side. Good. Now for the Cuban, we're going to start just like we did with our warm-up from the feet up. So the lateral side to side motion, we're going to step 1, 3, 5, 7. 1, 3. So for now, we're not moving the hips, but we are keeping the knees nice and soft, maybe even a little bit bent, and we're really leaning into each side, letting our body press down into that left leg, right leg. Okay, so now as we take this 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, let the hips sway. 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7. All right, next, now that we've got our sway a little bit, take a hip roll back. 3, 5, 7, 1. So using the legs. 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7. Nice. We're going to take these into figure eights now. So we step 1, hips go forward and back 3. Together 5, hips go forward and back 7. So first focusing on the left hip, as we step 1, our right hip goes forward 1. Now we switch it, 3. Roll the left hip back, right hip goes forward, and then the left hip comes forward as you step to the left leg, 5, 7. Again, right hip forward, left hip forward, right hip forward, left, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7. Nice. Now we're going to add a little bit of a shoulder roll. As you take your left shoulder back, you're going to rotate the chest as the shoulder goes up. So it's like you're creating this diagonal line from the tip of one shoulder to the hip bone of the opposite leg. And you want to lengthen that. So you're rolling the shoulder back and you're getting longer from one point to the next. So without moving our feet, we're going to stretch. Now notice if you really take that, it takes your right hip forward. As you take your right hip forward, you're going to sink into that right hip and let your shoulder rotate back even more. From here, your right shoulder is now forward and you're going to switch it. Shoulder goes back, left hip forward. Roll the hip back, right shoulder, hip back, left shoulder, back, right, back, left, back, right, back, left. Good, let's go with just the upper body for a second, keeping our weight nice and grounded into our feet. Roll back. When you come forward, you want to right the hip back. So we're bringing our right hip back so that you're parallel to the front of your room. As we take the right shoulder forward, our left hip goes forward, and then we come back so that we're facing the front. So you're always going to come back to the center. Back to the center. Stretch, center, stretch, center, stretch, center, stretch, center. Good. Now, to make it a little bit smoother and less kind of blocky section by section, you're going to take almost a mini body roll, and then the hip rolls back to smoothly get to the next part. So we're going left shoulder back, right hip forward, roll the right hip back so that you get forward again. Okay, again on the left side, left shoulder back and roll. Okay, we're gonna try just the right side before we connect them. Right shoulder back, left hip forward, roll back to center, and you're using your right leg. Now you're pushing out of that right leg into the left. Push through the right, push to the left, to the right, and to the left. So now we're going to combine that rotation with the figure 8 and with our footwork. So we step in place 1, right hip forward, right shoulder forward. Good. Roll it back. 3, come back 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7. Nice. For today, we're going to have the arms go forward from the sternum and then straight out. So the arms aren't doing very much. They're just an extension of what the rest of your body is doing. So as you're reaching the shoulder back, really pull it back into the hip. At the same time, your arm is going to follow the opposite path. So your arm is getting longer and farther away from your body. Now, instead of trying to take the arm forward, feel like your body is moving away from the arm. Yes, technically you will have to extend the arm, but you don't want to feel like you're just throwing it forward. You want to feel like you're really reaching the body back. As a byproduct of that, your arm almost wants to counterbalance by stretching forward. So now, just the arms for a second, we're going to start with our thumb at our sternum. Arm's going to stay parallel to the floor. You're going to reach it straight forward and straight back. Whichever arm you're using, straight forward, straight back. That is all the arms are going to be doing for this exercise. There are many different ways you can use your arms for a Cuban step. So we start with our left arm up. 1, right hip forward. Our right arm comes up to our sternum as we rotate the left shoulder forward. Nice. Don't worry about the left hand for now. You can bring it on your hip, you can leave it down, whatever's comfortable for you. Now you're going to roll the shoulder back, take that right hip forward. Good. Notice the arm hasn't fully extended yet. Last thing you're going to do is tuck that chest and start to rotate the hips back. As you do that, you're going to pull the arm back. Okay, again, we go. 1, 3. Now our left arm comes up. 5, 7. 1, 3. 5, 7. 1, 3. 5, 7. 1, 3. 5, 7. 1, 3. 5, 7. We're going to try it with some music. Don't worry if it doesn't feel amazing right off the bat. This step takes a lot of time to learn. And like I said before, look for other videos, look for classes, especially Afro-Cuban classes. They're really going to be able to help you with this step and make you feel more confident.